You know those wrap pants where you have to tie a string here, dip it low, pick it up, tie a string there, all that just to get it on? And you see a ton of videos showing you how to tie them, but none on what to do when you need to go to the bathroom? Yeah, this is not that tutorial. In today's video, I'll show you how to achieve the same look that's both stylish and practical. And guess what? You don't have to make them from scratch. I'll be using this pair to demonstrate. They don't necessarily need to be oversized, but definitely needs to be roomy. I'll show you a workaround later on in the video. Here's what to look for when choosing a pair for this project. You'll need one that's made from a lightweight fabric, is loose fitting, has a straight or wide leg, and an elastic waist. Before we jump in, here are all the supplies you'll need. First, we need to undo the pants side seams, so grab your seam ripper. I wasn't sure how I was going to tackle the waistband, so I started from the hem of the pants and worked my way up. Once I got to the waistband, I removed the drawstring and saved it for later. I did end up cutting into the waistband since the elastic ran throughout. Next, do a quick try on to see how much extra fabric you have to create the wrap. I went ahead and pinned one side already. You'll do this by taking the front of your pants and wrap it around your waist, then take the back and overlap it with the front, making it taut. Grab hold of the section where they overlap and use a safety pin to keep them in place. This is how much extra fabric I'm working with. I know it doesn't look like much, but it will be once I remove the elastic. If your pants aren't wide enough to wrap at least halfway around the front, you could sew strips of fabric or even decorative trim along the sides. Don't worry if the sides are not even, I'll show you how to fix that. Just make sure that you leave enough room where you can get out of the pants with ease. Head back over to your work area and grab your ruler. Measure the width of the band on both sides from the safety pin to the raw edge. Make sure to stretch the elastic when doing so and jot down your measurements. For me, one side measured 5 3/4, which I rounded off to 6 inches, and the other side measured 8 inches. In total, that equals 14. I divided it in half, so I'll have 7 inches on each side of the waist. Once you've worked out your measurement, you can go ahead and remove the safety pins. Measure the band, stretching the elastic like we did before, this time using your measurements. So for me, I measured and marked 7 inches on both sides. Afterwards, sew following the markings to secure the elastic in place. From there, take your seam ripper and open up the sections on both ends of the waist. Now grab your scissors and remove the ends of the elastic, cutting at least a 1/4 inch from the seam. Press the sides to remove the wrinkles formed by the elastic. At this point, the back of your pants waist should look something like this. In the front, my pants has 2 side pockets. If your pants doesn't have side pockets, you can skip this step. As you can see here, one of the pockets is popping out since it's no longer attached to the back. I need the front piece to lay flat, so I'm going to have to sew them closed. To do that, I made sure the pockets were laying flat underneath, then pinned and sewed following the opening. Here's what it looks like after. The pocket bags weren't in my way, so I left them intact for now. The other thing I did was undo a 1/2 inch of the elastic at the waist for allowance. I used the same technique we did in the back. Next, we need to finish the raw edges. This includes the section of the waist we opened up and all 4 sides of the pants. I went ahead and serged the raw edges. You can also use a zigzag stitch. Before we go any further, we first need to add tie straps to the back of the waist. I'm reusing the drawstring I removed from the waistband earlier. I basically cut it in half, with each one measuring roughly 27 inches. Grabbing the cut end of the strap, I tucked it in the corner of the back waist and pinned it in place. We do need to finish the sides as well, so just before I pin the straps, I turned the edges under a 1/4 inch. When sewing, start by closing the waistband, Then secure the tie straps and finish all 4 sides of the pants. Go ahead and also redo any parts of the hem that you opened up. For the final step, we're going to join the front and back together to reclose the waistband. Do this by aligning the rows of stitches that we made earlier, turning the front over onto the back as shown. Pin them together, then sew following the stitch lines. And that is all there is to it. You have a full version of the wrap pants that's easy to get on and off and perfect for beating the summer heat. To wear it, all you have to do is pull it on like any other pants and tie the straps in front. That wraps it up for today's video. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If so, drop a comment below. Also, if this is the kind of content that you like and want to see more of, then hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on what's to come. Stay stylish until next time.